Presidente La Russa, Presidente Meloni, cara Giorgia, Excellencies, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is very encouraging to listen to the distinguished different speakers today, because we all feel that this is a moment of intense and renewed cooperation between Africa and Europe. Because not only our destinies are aligned, but also our interests are aligned more than ever before. And we've heard it. We all need to switch to clean energy and to adapt to the climate change. We all need to train our workforce for the jobs of tomorrow. We all want to stop the tragic loss of life along the migratory routes, and we all want to give opportunities to our young people. So it's not only geography that brings us together, but also the commitment to bring mutual benefits to all our people. So we have to get concrete. And I'm very grateful to Italy for putting cooperation with Africa at the heart of the foreign policy and of its G7 presidency. The new Mattei plan comes as an important contribution to this new phase of our collaboration. And it comes complementary to our European Global Gateway. Global Gateway, as you know, is the 150 billion euro investment plan for Africa. And this is plain and simply Team Europe at work. Today I would like to focus on three issues where Europe and Africa have agreed to work together and where Italy's engagement can really make a difference. First, energy and climate. Second, education and skills. And third, migration. On my first point, energy and climate. Today, only 2% of global investments in clean energy go to Africa. This is sobering. This is very sobering, given Africa's immense potential as a clean energy powerhouse. Africa has the space, the wind, the sun, just to name a few. What it lacks is infrastructure. But together, we can change this. With Global Gateway, we aim to bring clean energy to 100 million people who currently don't have access to energy. This can turn out as a double win. Africa can not only produce enough clean energy to power up the African continent, but also to create revenues by exporting. Preparations have begun, for example, to build the first underwater electricity cable linking North Africa to Italy and the rest of Europe. And, for example, our new hydrogen bank is now open to African producers. This means good jobs, energy security for both Africa and Europe. My second point. Global Gateway has a strong focus on building the local skills that Africa needs. We are already at work to train skills for manufacturing vaccines. It has been said in Rwanda, Ghana, Senegal. We are training the workforce in Kenya and Namibia to produce clean hydrogen. And here is the first example for the complementarity with the Mattei plan. Italy plays an active role. Over 50 Italian universities have exchange programs now with their African counterparts. The University of Parma, for example, coordinates the Erasmus project to develop clean energy skills in Africa. And we want to invest in this kind of cooperation. For instance, we are now financing a high-speed data connection between Southern Europe and all northern African countries, from Morocco and Algeria to Egypt. It will link universities and data centers, and this allows joint research and joint businesses on the two shores of the Mediterranean. And what I really like about this project is it is not only an investment in Africa's talent, but also in the people, in friendship, and in the next generation of our two continents. And this leads me to my third point on migration. We must crack down on smugglers who trade on human life. Smugglers put hundreds of thousands of lives at peril. They amass young men in the back of trucks across the desert. They abuse young women along the route, and they put all of them on rickety boats that are simply not made for the high seas. We have to stop that callous business. And the best way to do this is to join forces and crack down on the criminals, and in parallel, to build legal alternatives to the deadly smuggling routes. We must destroy the smugglers' web of lies. In recent months, we have been working closely with, for example, Ivory Coast, Gambia, Guinea, Mauritania, and Senegal on our common approach that is clear to save lives and to create opportunities. We offer more opportunities to come to Europe legally so that people can move, learn, and bring their new expertise back home. And we cooperate on the return of irregular migrants because mobility must be managed by law and not by the smugglers. And the better we are on legal migration, the more convincing we are on preventing irregular migration. Ladies and gentlemen, Enrico Mattei was a great Italian and a great European and a true friend of Africa. He understood, before others, that your strength is our strength and vice versa. And his legacy lives on. Today, our continents are building a true win-win partnership with benefits for Africa, for Europe, and the world. So let's keep up the good work. There's a lot to do. Thank you very much for your attention.